now, here we go. Nutritional. Maybe. Y'all ready? That's it right there. I'm only kidding. 6 classes of nutrients. As a matter of fact, this is also going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow, you must tell me the 6 classes of nutrients. So you tell me, and whatever grade you get,
I got it.
everyone gets that same grade. You agree with that?
No. Yeah. Whatever grade.
Yes.
Okay. I'll get 100.
All right. Plain and simple. Does anybody remember Flintstone vitamins?
Yes.
They has what's in Flintstones?
Vitamins.
And
Protein.
and minerals.
Yeah.
No, they have vitamins and minerals. What did you chewed them up and then they weren't really that good as they are advertised. So you drank some
No.
water. There's 3 of them right there. All you got to do is remember Flintstone vitamins. Yeah. Vitamins, minerals, and water. That's 3 out of 6 of them. And then the other ones, carbs, fats, and proteins. You can write carbohydrates. It's great for you to get smarter. I love you getting smarter. Yes, absolutely. Carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins. Or if you're in England, vitamins, minerals, and water. You can't. You're 80% water. Holy smokes! You're nothing but a big fish bowl. Could be. You get big enough. So, 6 classes of nutrients. What are the first 3? That's food, right? And then you got to have these other things that makes the other stuff work. And then, since you're mostly water, you better make sure you're hydrated. Carbohydrates, fats, proteins, Flintstone vitamins and minerals, and water. You got this down? Well, you need more highlight. You got to highlight it in your brain. So, yeah. So there I go, and I'm going to the GNC store, and I see 1 a day, vitamins and minerals. Right now I'm an adult because I don't need Flintstone vitamins. Okay, is the more vitamins you take better? Well, not. What do you mean? Then what happens? You explode. No. You get too, yeah, that's what I want to be, is too healthy. So I'm going to the store now. Get sick? Your dad said you get sick? How about this? Most of the stuff, if you get too much of, you get rid of it. It goes through one filter or the other, and you get rid of it. Huh? Well, take too much vitamins, and your urine will turn more yellow. You're just getting rid of it. Yeah, that's true. All right. So the question is 100 RDA. What's the RDA stand for? Recommended daily allowance. Recommended daily allowance. We're going over that right now. All right. So 100% of the recommended daily allowance. All right. So if you find a dealie on there, a nutrition label, right? You're going to see RDA. And it's going to say percent RDA. Now it's not broken down into uh, it's not broken down into age, gender, height, weight, etc. It's based on a 2,000 calorie diet. Now, you already saw that even though your basal metabolic rate was 1400, if you're moderately exercising, you jumped it up to over 2200. So it's just a run of the mill. So you have to look on here. It says serving size, one bottle. Don't be misled by something. Now you get a bigger serving size, okay? If it's bigger a bottle, so you buy a 64-ounce Gatorade, it might say serving size 3. So you would say, I want to drink all of it, and then you go down and go, oh, it's not 100 calories, it's 300 calories. All right? So total fat, 0%. 0% of what? All right? It says sodium, 270 milligrams, which is 11%. 11% of what? Well, I mean, it's 11%. It's 11% of your daily value, your recommended daily allowance, your daily value. So if I take 100% of my recommended daily allowance of iron, if I did 10 times that much, I should be 10 times a better athlete, right? Yeah, it didn't work that way. So there are adverse effects. Yes, you can get sick if you're taking too much of this stuff. All right? You live where? You live in Texas, the greatest state in the greatest country until the last 8 years. So you walk through, go to the mall. All right? Are we malnourished? Are we undernourished in the United States? We're not. Undernourished. You're not getting food. Holy smokes. You get free breakfast, free lunch, and some schools will give you free dinner. One school I worked at before I came up here, every kid in the school got a free lunch. Every kid in the school got a free lunch because they were so far in the poverty zone, 92%, that it was easier just to say, "Oh, the heck with it, we'll pay 8%," than what it was to pay someone to have to jack with the money. So every kid got free lunch. That free lunch is certainly going to give you enough RDA. All right? Add it in with that breakfast, you're there. So, a normal diet will supply all the nutrition you need. So why do these guys, you see the boys, hey, I gotta get some protein powder. I need protein. So if you're adding more, you're supplementing it, which makes it a supplement. Same with vitamins. More than likely, you are getting just fine with your vitamins and minerals. Oh, mineral supplementation. Calcium. Calcium. Where do you get calcium? Milk is a great place. Where else can you get it? Dairy. Cheese, yogurt. I love cheese. Gus loves cheese. So, if your calcium intake is too low, do you think that your body is just going to say, "Oh, the heck with it, I'll do without it"? Yeah. But if the rest of your cells that need calcium, if you're not intaking enough calcium, do you think your body's just going to say, "Okay, I'm going to have to divert to some other source"? It will divert to another source. And where do you save calcium? And so what happens to your bones? They get osteoporosis. Osteo meaning bone. Porosis sounds like porous, which is like a sponge, a whole bunch of holes. So, yeah, you get osteoporosis. So, if your calcium intake is too low, the body will take it from your bones and then your teeth fall out. I can't even make that. You can. You can get fake teeth and you can get fake bones. Yeah. But do you want that? I don't either. So it's the main cause of osteoporosis. Now, if you want to retain the calcium in the bones, be active. It helps retain calcium in the bones. Remember this, girls, as you get older, because the likelihood of osteoporosis is more with women than it is with men. Think mineral supplementation. If I don't have enough mineral of the mineral iron, yes.
Where else can you get calcium from? Not milk. Like what else can you get from?
Spinach. Look and change. Yeah, well, if you don't want to do it, teeth fall out. And if your teeth fall out, you're gonna lose your spouse, your driver's licenses. They're not gonna think it's you. Really? Your teeth, when your teeth fall out, it's not the only thing. Your teeth are falling out. Your mouth stinks. Yeah, because your teeth are falling out because they're rotting out. Anyway, let's get off task. I'll pick a spot and I'll say you're responsible for it. Iron deficiency, also known as anemia. Anybody anemic? You don't have to raise your hand, but you can. So, anemic, you're not holding your iron. Do you know that redheaded people are more likely to be anemic than what those who aren't redheaded people? Did you know that? You know why? What do you think makes their hair red? Look it up. Iron. Why do you think that redheaded people hair turns brown as they get older?
Because they're lacking of iron.
Yeah, they're not processing it for their hair anymore. They're using that iron. So if you're anemic, all right, you ever cut yourself, smell blood, smells quarters, smells like iron, it smells like metal. Yes, it's the iron. Well, you don't need to do it on purpose. You don't need to do it on purpose, but sometimes you'll bump into something, run into something at night. I did that one time, and I wanted to know if I was bleeding, so I reached down and I'm bleeding. It was dark. It's night. Did you not get the reference here? It was clear. If the lights were on, I wouldn't have run into something. Oh my gosh, you guys, stop. So you got to have iron to properly form your hemoglobin. Okay. So without the iron, your hemoglobin's not there. But hemoglobin does what?
Blood.
It's in the blood. It's in blood. It pulls oxygen everywhere. It's a pickup truck. It's a specialized pickup truck. But the only thing that it has in it is oxygen. And it says, hey, let's go all around the body, including your
Brain.
exactly. So if you're anemic and your hemoglobin's not forming right, what? You're not getting the what to your brain? Makes you tired. Exactly. Now, here's the other thing about this. No, you're about to give me one. All right. So if the cells can't get oxygen as well as, so now you're anemic. All right. Now, you can listen to it. Every 28 days, unfortunately, there's a visitor that comes to visit, and you lose some of your blood volume. 28 days, there could be every 2 days in those 28 days, or in a month, that you are low-grade anemic. I highly suggest that if you know that the visitor is about to show up, start taking a one a day in iron. All right? It's going to help you not be so tired that week. Okay? Absolutely. If you're losing blood, you lose iron. You lose that. You also, now, here's the other thing. If you don't want to do it that way, you can do it like the old pioneers used to do. Okay? And what they would do is they would find, if they found out you were anemic, they would make you a wonderful stew. And it was stew made out of rusted horseshoes, rusted wire, rusted nails, because they were made out of. And you would walk by and this boiling concoction, and you would take your little cup and you'd fill it to the top and drink. Oh, you're getting iron. It's been boiled. You've already killed off the bacteria. It's not the bacteria you're wanting, it's the iron in the water you're wanting. So yes, it's not a bad way of doing that. Maybe. All right, I might bring you some venison because I picked up 4 deer yesterday. All right, protein supplementation. Yes, protein supplementation. You see it all the time. They come walking around. Hey, I got my protein. Did y'all get some? Hey, put your money and I'll share it with you. All right, blockhead, I'll do that. I don't need to do that. I get protein where? Yes, I love meat. See these? These are teeth. These are teeth. And you know what? They are not made for smiling, but they are made for tearing flesh. Meat eaters we are. We are meat eaters. Have you ever seen the teeth of a herbivore? Oh, not a herbivore. Cow. Have you ever seen cow's teeth? Have you ever seen horse teeth? They're really big and they're square. And you know why? All they have to do is just peel the grass off. So they don't need sharper teeth to bite through something. So they're made to eat plants. Ouch. We're not. Okay. So protein supplementation often taken by athletes thinking that they're building muscle. But if you're going, you should get, and you need to know this because this is on your test, certainly 1 to 1.5 grams of extra protein per kilogram of body weight. Now, I know that's in that English stuff and European stuff. How much does a kilogram weigh in pounds?
Kilogram.
How many pounds make a kilogram?
4.
No. 2.2 pounds equals a kilogram. Okay? So when you're watching Drugs Inc. and they say, dude, we just stopped 100 kilos coming in from Florida, you know it's how many pounds? 220. So all of this stuff goes to everything else in the world. You know that, right? All right. 1 to 1.5 grams of extra protein if you're going to take that. You really don't need it. But if you eat a variety of foods, and you brought up one right over here, what was that again? Peanut? What is peanuts? Is it in the nut? What's that? You know, you have dairy, meat. What is it? Grains, dairy, meat. The 4 food groups. Oils, veggie, fruits and veggies. I say, so where's peanuts? Which one are they in that? It's actually in the meat group. Why? Because it's high in protein. Exactly. So, where else can you find protein? Meats. Mmm. Yes, I love meat. So, anybody eat steak? How do you like to have your steak cooked? Oh, yeah. Well done. Here's one here, and this really surprises me, but he likes it well done. Did you know that if you go to a restaurant and you order a steak well done, you are about to get the nastiest, oldest steak that they have in the place? The one that they're about to throw out because it's full of nastiness. Because they can cook it long enough and ruin it before they give it to you. The nutritional value of a well done steak has diminished greatly compared to a medium rare steak. I don't want it to move, but if it's twitching, that's fine. My wife and I, we go and we don't. We've gotten to where we don't go out to eat a steak because we cook them so good. But we go pick up 2 fillets and 8 minutes aside, and they're about that thick. And when you cut into it, it is it 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 could say ouch. What? What am I getting that he's not getting? Yes, that red stuff is blood. And that is your iron. And that is protein. It's not all broken down and killed by the heat. It is disgusting to eat well meat. We are carnivores. All right? We are carnivores. Where are we here?
Is it good like if it's like half like well but half bloody?
Time.
Right there.
Oh, then we got all sorts of time. So here they are. Not only are these athletes wanting to take protein supplements, but let's go get some creatine. I know. I want to tell you. It's an organic compound. You already got it in your body. Your body makes creatine. All right? But creatine, oh, the whole idea is that I can go and work out and I can work out quicker because it repairs muscles faster than protein. All right? So it decreases the recovery time between workouts. So it's not that you get stronger, it allows you to work out more often, which that gets you stronger. But let me tell you about creatine. Nasty stuff. I can't stand it. I hate athletes who take creatine. Creatine is a natural organic compound. If you want more creatine, eat some fish. You'll find it by eating fish. It's higher in fish than it is in your other meats. Okay? No, you can cook your fish. Okay? So it allows the ability to increase your intensity of your workout, decreases your recovery time. But here's the whole thing. So here we are. We're playing in a football game. You know how we have 0 week now? You know, it's a week earlier and then week 1 through 10. Yeah, but now they just said the heck with it. We're just going to call it week 1, and we play 10 games in 11 weeks. Well, we were playing in that 0 week at the end of August, and we're playing on AstroTurf, August 28th, and driving the truck from Little Mount Pleasant over to Mesquite, where we're playing, and the kickoff's at 7 o'clock. The thermometer inside the truck said 107 degrees. And we're fixing to play on AstroTurf. It is so hot. How many cramps did we have, our team? Absolutely 0. None. Exactly, we were hydrated. How many cramps did Denton and Ryan have? They did. And so we won because we were able to keep starters in longer than they were. And it was the fourth quarter comes around. They're falling like flies. Boom, boom. Trees in the timber. Our guys just keep hitting them in the mouth. And we win. So 107 was probably 100 degrees, close to it at kickoff. Now we make the playoffs. We're in November. It's probably 60 degrees, 55 degrees, a whole lot less. Should I be seeing cramps? I shouldn't. We've already played 10 games. Now we're in the playoffs. It's cooler. But all of a sudden, this night, I had a guy throwing up. I had another one who got cramps. I got another one who got cramps during pregame. Another one who got cramps first quarter. I'm going, what is wrong with you guys? Coach so-and-so gave us creatine gum. And I didn't know about it. Creatine, when you take creatine,
It lowers your hydration level.
you have to have 5 times your normal water amount to keep from cramping. Because the creatine just sucks the water away from the cells. There's no way you're going to drink 5 times. You can't do it.
So what's the point?
Well, the point would be you don't do it certainly during a ball game. The point would also be that you do it like in off season, that you're not outside doing football. They take it because it allows you to increase your intensity and decrease your workout time. But you 5 times the amount of water you have to have. That's too much. You're not going to get it. And with that example that I gave from playing at 100-degree heat to playing in 50-degree heat. It's crazy. Well, that coach goes, "Well, that's not going to do anything." I said, "Really? You want us? The proof's in the pudding. Go put some whipped cream on it there, because there it is." All right. So 5 times. You can also have sugar. You want to try sugar before you play? Why not? No, it really doesn't. It actually can be beneficial, because now you've got a really quick, simple energy. Somebody who gets down on their sugar and their diabetes, you got the diabetes, and your insulin gets high, your sugar gets low, right? Lethargic, give them some sugar, boom, up it goes. It's simple energy. It's for sprinters. Those things where you're going to be done with your work before the cells need oxygen. That's it. But it doesn't mean that everybody gets a Snickers bar before they go play. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I'd take yours and hers and hers. I probably wouldn't hand out you guys Snicker bar. I would keep it. So, but Snickers, yeah, it's not a bad deal. And that's maybe not so much because of all the peanut in it, because it's protein. But yeah, you can give a candy bar or sugars before you play. It's simple sugars. You think Gatorade doesn't have any sugars in it? Gotcha. 30. And that's just in this. And so this is percentage wise sodium, sugars, 34 grams. They don't tell you how much total carbs. This is 11%. If you drank 10 of them, drank 9 of them, you're at 99%. 99% of how much carbs you should have for the day. When they're playing a football game, they're drinking 6, 5. So the sugars do help. They're beneficial. But not everybody can tolerate them. And if the kid's diabetic, you don't want his sugar stuff to go way up, and then you have a diabetic deal. Caffeine. Anybody drink that stuff, that nasty, nasty stuff called sugar? I mean, the Starbucks. Most terrible stuff in the world. All right. Well, we will start with caffeine tomorrow.